Let's talk about the chart. Change is happening right now. Risky. Come on, come on. Life's good in general. Hello friend, it's 10:20. We're going to a construction site. And for that we're waiting for an Uber. Like Hubert, without the H and the T. We are in front of our Viennese office, right across the main station, railway station, which connects the city with the airport, and even Bregenz, my hometown and headquarters of the group, on the other side of the country. Fun fact, Bregenz is closer to Paris than to Vienna. But still, I'm more often in Vienna. But the good thing is, from Bregenz, it's the heart and center of Europe. And from here, in 6 hours, you can get to Florence, Geneva, Nice, Berlin, Paris, Vienna by car. Let's go in a car. I had breakfast.
When did you wake up?
7. But I have like, normally I put my alarm on 7, but normally I'm up earlier.
Are there some things that you always do?
Stretching, like the sun salutation is like the thing that helps a lot. And normally no breakfast when I come to the office. I eat an apple or something like this, because I'm living alone and I don't have like a huge, and I'm traveling a lot, so my fridge is not really loaded. And that's why I don't cook so much. That's why I have like a lot of lunch and dinner with people I want to meet or have a chat with, like employees or friends, whatever.
What about the whole meditation topic? Isn't that something you also...
Yes, that's something before I get up. I mean, that's what I do in bed, before I sleep and when I wake up. And it's really important that you really skip like doom scrolling before you sleep, and that you think of nice things, like being grateful for what happened this day and what you're looking forward tomorrow, why you will like tomorrow and what will be the most interesting thing probably to do. Because that's how you go to sleep, that's how you program your subconscious. So you will wake up in a totally different mood than like thinking about the horrible things happened today in the office or whatever the world is like exploding into.
Have you been doing that for? Meditation?
I mean, it's sometimes more, sometimes less, but I guess the last 15 years. But not like in a such a strict form that I'm, some people, somehow I admire people who have like this consequent, and they like, on the other hand, I see them struggling and being like unhappy when something comes in the way and it's not working because so I have a very pragmatic approach to this. So we're getting out and try to get to the site. Concrete. 8% of the carbon worldwide comes of concrete. That's why we build wood hybrid structures to reduce concrete. But concrete is needed. You need concrete for tunnels, for substructures, for bridges, okay? That's why concrete is okay, but just try to use as few as possible. And you can decarbonize it with a lot of new technology. This will be the foundation for a crane, okay? Because normally you put the crane at the beginning of the construction and then you build around the crane the shaft. And here you see that will be poured in concrete, and then they will put the crane on it, like this here. And so this is one of the biggest residential developments of Vienna at the moment. There are a lot of apartments, residential apartments and mixed use will be built here. And 2 of the big projects are done by Rhomberg.
Did they take you to construction sites when you were a young kid? Like, did you grow up with construction sites?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, fun. I mean, it's always interesting, you know, as a kid you like machines, you like the crane, you like... Yeah, it's much more fun if your father has a construction business than, I don't know, a printer company, you know? I even was like, when I was very small, I was riding like those machines, sometimes illegally because I had the key of those dumpers. And when there was a site around where I live, we just went out and were driving around. And today, probably they would put you to jail. So this is our site office here. Servus. Yes, hello. He's running this thing here. Without him, nothing moves. Can we have a look? Hey. Alles gut?
Ja, alles gut.
Yeah. Nice. So we're gonna make a short tour through the site. Let's talk about the chart. Okay. So here you see the process normally, how it works. From subcontractors, from contractors, how it works, how contracts go, who's in charge of what. It makes sense that you are aware of that every time you leave this office. I mean, this is normally, we now are going into an almost finished site. So we just need a helmet so we don't have the full safety gear necessary, okay? Just to understand. Here you see like a full concrete building. We're doing that too. But what we like much more is wood hybrid stuff. That's our side here, over there. Here you see the wooden beams, the wooden columns. That's how it gets a hybrid building. Na gut, ja, dann komm ich mal her. Ich muss für euch ein Foto machen, ist gescheiter. Ja, logisch. Weißt du, wenn die das einmal mit uns gemacht haben, die wollen nimmer zurück. Residential is coming back. Na, macht Spaß. So, I was born into a family who is like in construction since 1886. So I'm the 4th master builder generation. I went to some sites when I was small. I just was watching what's happening. Everyone was expecting that my brother and I will enter the business. My brother chose wisely from his view not to go in that type of business because it's a certain dynamic, and so it was plan B. It was me. I went to a technical high school, then military, then I went to the University of Vienna, Technical University, to study civil engineering. So it's tech, all about construction tech. I studied a lot about psychology and philosophy parallel to my technical studies, and then I worked 3 years at Strabag, one of the biggest at that time and still construction companies, and I was lucky to have like really great projects and great leadership there from a mentor. Tough times, hard times, 14, 16 hours a day, programming Excel sheets at that time in the end of the 90s or mid of 90s, and yeah, was a lot of fun and tough times. And then I came back to the company and it took over, and now I stepped in 1999, 25 years ago from now, and we had like 50 million turnover and 350 employees, and we're quite big, but just local, very, very local in our province. And I took over the civil division. We were struggling there at the moment, and then I thought, together with the basic railway activities we had at that time already, I could start a new innovations, new development, and then we started working on slab track, high-speed track for railways, where you combine laying track for railway with the concreting of the substructure or superstructure instead of ballast. So that's a certain technology where I had some patents. I had some patents on a machinery plant to do that automatically. So we really scaled on an industrial level. That's how we got into international railway project and business. And from that on, I started like the railway decision in a bigger international scale. And that was my first 10 years, and taking over then 2002 from my father. And yeah, today we have 1.5 billion and 4,000 people worldwide. It's developed very much to a technological company. So before we have been a construction and railway technology company, and now I see ourselves heading to a technological company with a domain know-how, rail and construction. So that means building own hardware, software, services, solutions for third parties, not just for our site, but getting more and more intelligence on the site, doing digital design, digital build first, we call it. So you do the whole simulation of the construction process in a virtual space. And yes, and now I'm thinking about getting out of the business. And for that, I had to prepare. We had when I stepped out as a CEO from the rail group 6 years ago, we have a good C-level managing that one. And now I did the same step in construction 6 months ago. So I'm just in the holding now, looking like always in a more distant future, connecting the dots technologically wise in regions, looking for partnerships, building platforms, trying to bring our condensed vast know-how in so many different fields we have in our numerous companies to share it with other construction companies by subscription models, by services, even probably by robots. We will deliver as robot as a service. And with that robot, probably you get all the construction domain know-how of the Rhomberg group just with it. You can even probably once put my digital twin with all my learned experiences and all the knowledge of the company in your board to be part of your discussions, which would mean that we learn from you guys, you learn from other guys, we all together have the same knowledge, we share it, and we make the construction world much faster, a better industry. That's more or less my vision. Now we're going upstairs and meet the rail guys. Someone opens here. Get Zeit? Oh, he's in a call. Hey guys. What's the main topic of today?
Main topic is Q-Tainer starting in Hamburg-Büchen. We're preparing for that. The digitalization Bautagesbericht Neues Cottbus with Ist-Kostenerfassung, building dashboards was one, surveying with drones, scanning Semmering Basistunnel, 4D sequencing or projects Hannover Berlin. We're doing that with DPRO.
Nice. So many things happen when I'm not here for a couple of weeks. I have to visit you guys, okay, and get a full injection, okay? I wish you all the best. Have fun. Take care.
Have a good day. Bye.
Nicht erschrecken.
Na, alles gut.
The guys are with me. So now,
Wo ist denn der Buchizür?
yeah, we just attacked the managing director of the rail project business of Rhomberg Sersa. So sorry for interrupting.
No issues.
So,
all good.
What are you working on?
Yeah, we're just planning the next leadership meeting, which we are about to have in July. So trying to set the organization and to move on.
Mm-mm. Nice. Where will it be?
In Bregenz.
Oh, Bregenz.
Yeah.
You know, the center of the world.
And not the worst place to be during summertime. The Lake of Constance.
I always say Bregenz will be as famous as Cupertino. Okay. Thanks. Oh, this is tough. Du bist schon am Call. Okay, sorry. They have a very important call. This is the CEO of the Rhomberg Sersa Rail Group. So my successor, I could acquire, and I'm so happy because he's such a great, humble leader for the group, which is very important. So I grew, more, bigger, faster, wider, and then someone has to really structure things, you know. So, well, we try our best. I mean, there's so many things you can do to improve the carbon footprint and the sustainability approach. So we try to reduce the fuel we consume. So we go more and more electrical on big machines. We try to recycle a lot of stuff, so we don't have to transport it and dump it. So we crash it and put it in again. There's a lot of technology behind it, and we have a lot of ideas from people. You know, now it's the movement is more coming from the inside than the pressure from the outside. I mean, ESG is important, but it was kind of an overkill in terms of regulation, administration. You know, that doesn't help. But what really changes things is our own approach, that people, our employees, they want to see the change. They come up with ideas and want to do stuff, and you just have to let them do the stuff. I think that's half of the goal. From CREE, because this is a very small office here in the headquarters. So a lot of IT guys and who live in Vienna, they prefer to work here and not in the province. Hello! Hi! Surprise, surprise! Hey! So this is Goswin. He's like the super brain of the CREE platform, the digital platform. So probably Goswin shares some views on the future of the digital platform in construction. Goswin!
Yes. Yeah. How do you do that?
We have such an amazing system in CREE, and it would be stupid to have everyone draw it himself again. So that's why we're building a tool to have the drawings and all the information you need about the CREE building generated automatically in an instant, and then you can design a CREE building in hours instead of months. So this is our building designer. Like every good architect, you start by drawing, and you have property that you want, a plot that you want to work on. You probably know that your building needs to be, let's say, 30 meters long, and whatever your plot allows, let's say you allow here 20 meters, and there would be your CREE building here readily configured. You would probably want to attach some type of core here, and here you can see it in 3D. This is the facade on it. We can also put all the facade cladding on. We can explode it to see all the parts that are in this building. Or we can also, here you see exact dimensions. The facade is very detailed. We even know which aluminium profile you might want to put in there. But we can also cut a section through this. Let's cut a section here. So now I cut a section through this building. Here you see the building cut in section, and you can look at the inside and see part of that building on the inside.
And everyone worldwide who is connected with CREE can do this with his project.
So not only do you have this building plan in full details, you can here see your outputs. We have some input. You can configure the building in great detail. You can even configure here your parameters for construction prices, your parameters for carbon footprint, where we use our defaults now. And on this side here, we can now tell you, based on our estimates, this building will cost you 1.2 million euros, and how much carbon footprint it has embedded as well.
Click to order. Use the configurator, send the money, we send the building. Let us know what you're doing.
Hi. I'm user experience and user interface designer. Actually right now working more on organizational design. And at CREE we're trying to implement objectives and key results. So yeah, I'm trying to bring not just the innovation through construction, but also internally with our team, focusing on specific objectives, the key results for the next quarter, and I'm trying to help there.
All right. Thank you. Take care. Danke. Wir haben dann das Meeting da drüben, gell? Um kurz nach 12. Da bin ich auch dabei. Ah, habt ihr immer so leckere Sachen da? Change is happening right now. So I had a short look at your concept. I find it quite interesting, but I have some questions. Well, this afternoon we had an internal call about the huge wood hybrid project in Vienna we want to build with a lot of risk. It's above 100 mil. So we had a discussion about risk and opportunities. After this, I had a online meeting about the Toon Accelerator. It's an accelerator program where we combine 20 to 30 companies and they find out together if there are certain possibilities they can make business models by combining what they do. Then we had a call with an investor, German investor fund. They want to buy CREE buildings, make an exclusive fund for Article 9, very green, super green products, assets, real estate in Europe, and that's why they want to buy like the available CREE projects on the market. So just imagine a fund, a couple of 100 million, and it's just made out of CREE projects. So demand is rising, which is obviously great. Then I had a short conversation, a meeting about the Qtainer and how to deploy that for security demand, which is rising. So this technology is sought after, like 5G campus networks with drones and cameras and sensors and picture recognition and AI. So things started on the construction side, big construction side, which is a very complex thing. And when you can manage this, you can handle a lot of other things too. And that's quite interesting what the market is doing there. So now we're going to go to the subway. It's quite a walk, guys. Come on, come on. This is obviously the very busy Vienna railway station. We're gonna pass through and enter the U1 subway, which goes directly to the city center, where I will attend a real estate talk event from one of the biggest banks here, Bank Austria. My son is joining me. Left, right, left, right. You know, it's like you sitting on a tennis court. Yeah? Okay.
That's what it feels like.
No one looks at the referee.
Who's the fucking referee?
Who's the fucking referee?
Who's the fucking referee?
There's like the double bind, you know that? The problem? The double bind. Sometimes you were told, okay, either you this or you do that. Your choice. And there's a saying, like a quote from a Zen teacher. A Zen teacher sitting with his student. And he says, look at this stick. And he has a stick in his hand. If you think this stick is true, I'll beat you. If you think the stick is not there, I'll beat you. Okay? So the student took the stick and broke it. It's always when you always get some variants to choose. It's none of them.
It's not black and white.
It's none of them, but they make you believe it's just this or that. It's just left or right. It's just, and I see like discussions help. Young people who read a lot help. I hope my children, they are critical thinkers too. They read a lot. They don't buy everything, but still they're in the same tunnel like me. You know, I have all these parts in me too. It's not that I'm free of that. You know, I carry that. we should do more subway stuff, isn't it? Yeah, let's check out Vienna. Life's good in general. I don't mean it. It's nice. I like music.
Yeah.
You know, it brings you to another state of ability to receive signals, or different emotions means different ability to your awareness. Yeah, I like music. This building is very famous because it's called Stock-im-Eisen-Platz, okay? Like stock, like wood in iron place, you see? There's like a tree, very old tree with this metal around it. And it was so expensive, they went bankrupt by building it, okay? So that's another story. And this is the famous Stephansdom, one of the icons of Vienna. Simon! Hey! Now you're gonna see a very young managing director from Vienna, great guy, and my son, great guy too. Hey!
Long time no see.
All right, guys, see you
Later.
around 8. Take care. Down this street, and then we're there. The learning of this event, key takeaway, interest rates, which are most important for real estate, obviously, went down like by half a point, and they will go again like 0.5% down. But because of what's happening in the US, and the US interest rates are going up because of like all this, you know,
Like deficits?
different stuff happening. No one knows, you know, tariffs, this and that. They're rising in the US, so most probably the interest rates in Europe will follow. Not in the same amount, but like 1/3 or half of that. So we're gonna see again interest rates going up on the long term, and this is not good news. But everyone who wants to invest in real estate, because obviously it's getting much more expensive to finance. Second topic was this long durations of this building permit process. Takes way too long. Just imagine you need 4 years to get a permit to do something, and you buy something for 10 million, and you have to pay 4.5 years the interest rates on the 10 million. The construction is way too expensive, and probably it's just not happening. And we're talking about very important and needed refurbishments, because this very old building, they use so much energy, it's just not sustainable. They need to be refurbished, and it's not happening because duration is too long, interest rates are too high, and that's a problem. You're on camera. So I will not introduce. He's a very, very important person in this country. He's like the of Austria.
Mm-hmm. Not really. But anyway.
So this is the library. Obviously a place where you can smoke, and every member can bring his books, like the crazy stuff, and put it in there. This is how this day ends. But that's not how normally my day ends, okay? So I had meetings the whole day, because when I'm in Vienna and we're people who are looking at every penny, where the province where we're from. So when I fly and come to Vienna 1 or 2 days, I use the whole day. You know, I have like every minute meetings, whatever. Yes, and this evening ends here with a couple of my friends whom I don't see so much, and we have dinner tonight and have some drinks. That's it. See you soon.